All right, a couple tips and tricks with mixed numbers. When adding mixed numbers, like 1 3/4 plus 5 and 1/3, I'm going to add the whole numbers together, and I'm going to add the fractions. 1 plus 5 is 6. Using butterfly method, 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 1 is 4. And then the denominator is 4 times 3. When I add these two together, I get 13/12, which is an improper fraction, which means I need to carry or add into this whole number. So 13/12, 12 goes into 13 one time, with one more needed to make 13. And then I keep the denominator. So this 1 is going to add to the 6, and I get 7 1/12. Not all the time is it true that you're going to have to carry, but sometimes you do. Subtraction is the other part that's a little bit trickier. Sometimes you actually have to borrow, and I don't use the borrowing method that most books teach. So for example, if I said 9 1/2 minus 8 3/4, again, I'm going to combine the whole numbers with 9 minus 8, and then I'm going to subtract the fractions, 1/2 minus 3/4, or 3/4. 9 minus 8 is 1. I'm going to butterfly this. 4 times 1 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. And the denominator is 2 times 4, which is 8. You can see in the numerator I'm going to get a negative number, and that's okay because I'm going to write it that way. 4 minus 6 is -2/8. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to borrow from 1. So I'm going to have nothing left as my whole number. And then what I'm going to do here is subtract 8 minus 2. That's my new numerator. I'm going to put it over the denominator that I had. So my answer now is 6/8, which you can reduce to 3/4 if you want to. But as I told you in the lesson, you don't have to reduce these. Sometimes when you're subtracting, you don't have anything to subtract, and sometimes you do. So 2 minus 9/15 is like saying $2 minus some change. I know I have to borrow to do this. So I have nothing to borrow, or excuse me, nothing to subtract from here. So I'm going to automatically rename the 2 to a 1. And I'm going to do just like I did before. 9 is going to be subtracted from 15. So 15 minus 9 is 6. And I'm going to write it over 15. It's different than if I said 3 7/8 minus 2. 3 7/8 is like $3 and some change minus $2. I'm going to still have this change. There's nothing to subtract from it. So 3 minus 2 is 1. I'm just going to attach the 7/8 to it. Sometimes when I have this 10 minus 7 1/3, it looks like this problem. But I do have whole numbers here. So 10 minus 7 is 3. And then I have 1/3 that is subtracted from nothing. So it's going to become negative. So right away I'm going to borrow from here. I'm just going to rewrite that as 2. So I borrowed 1 from 3 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2 over the denominator that I have. Hopefully those are helpful. You should not have any negative answers when you do your subtraction of regular fractions. We don't deal with those.